afternoon, it's Mark here at Cedar Falls Farm. I'm back in the Takeuchi with the Carolina Attachments Extreme Brush Cutter. I'm just going to do a little cleanup work today, not getting as heavily involved. And hopefully by the time you see this, there will have been other long-form videos uploaded. I've been having trouble for about the past month of not being able to get them to load properly. And I'll probably end up having to delete my software and reinstall it and see if that'll take care of the problem. But come along with me and we're going to do a little bit of work. Hope you'll enjoy this. Down into my old goat pasture. That's where my 3 goats are buried that were killed by 2 dogs. We're just going to do a little brush cutting in it. Then we're going down into the lower pasture and try to finish off the brush cutting down there that I didn't get finished doing last fall. Knock this out real quick. Get rid of some privet. Tight. There we go. The beauty part about this thing, if you can see that branch is laying in front of us, pretty good size. We can cut those down. Get these up over here. We've had so much fence damage from debris that came down with Hurricane Helene and stuff that was knocked out of the trees is just still falling. A lot of deadfall. You can see we got this big one right here in front of us. This was broken off during Helene. I might be able to get it off of the fence here, maybe. Whoa, I do not want that on top of the cab, but we got it. Probably won't try to cut it up, but I'm going to cut up this smaller stuff here. Get up in this privet. There we go, sling that off. Back in and cut it. this out a little bit. There we go. So these are the things you can't do on the tractor with the bush hog. You get in here and you can't get close enough. You get limbs slapping you in the face. I can knock these down carefully. Make sure I got a decent angle so I don't bust out my front glass. I didn't video it, but I went to open my front door to get started and the door handle was missing. I guess it got broken off last time, and when I climbed out and closed the door, I just didn't notice it. So I've got to order another one. I just ordered a new rear mirror. I've got mirrors up high inside the cab that focus on the back deck, and there's a mirror that fits on the back deck that shows behind. And somewhere along the way, doing some brush clearing, I guess I knocked it off. I think that was 80 something bucks. It's on order. I've ordered a bunch of filters, fuel filters, hydraulic filters, oil filters, air filters, $200 something worth of filters. I'm trying to get oil. I'm going to replace my hydraulic oil, which uses diesel engine oil, either a 10W30 or a 10W40. I'll probably go with 30. But I'll end up having about $500 in the routine maintenance. I'll have to raise the cab up to do some of it. Plus, I want to get the cab raised up so I can clean out from under it good. Probably be doing that in a couple of weeks. Like I'm going to have a weekend trip to New Jersey. My granddaughter, when she was going back to college at Rutgers, she's in pharmacy school up there. She slid off in the snow and hit a guardrail and tore her car up. So my bonus son and I are going to make a trip up to Jersey to pick it up. I spent a lot of time. There's some videos probably from a year or so ago. No, it's more than a year now. Probably about a year and a half. That might even be longer. I had to have a little harvest stage. I had to have an ablation due to AFib. And there was a few months I couldn't do anything on my fences. When I finally got to start feeling a little better, I'd come out with a battery-powered chainsaw Ryobi, which I still use a lot, and a pole saw, and I do a little bit of work on my fence lines, and this was part of it. You can see this is not a full tree. So I cleared this fence line off, but it doesn't take long until it's growing back up again. And since my goats were killed by those dogs, I don't have them to take care of the pasture anymore. They did an awesome job. Let's go back and knock this other one out back here. I've got a couple we're gonna do. off, no problem. That one's done. My goats had taken care of the briar problem I had in this pasture. Let's see what we can do here. This first one will be easy. This one is grown through the fence. Tearing too much up. Knock this trunk out of the way. Try to get this old oak. Got a couple of them here. I need to get this one first. Get above where this one's grown through the fence. Let's knock this limb off. Careful, I grab the fence and take a little section of it out, just like I did then. Wasn't too bad though. Okay. We're going to get back and knock these out. I'm going to put some lime on this pasture with all this broom sage. Ease into it. There we go. Got it. fence over here is knocked out. Cattle panel there. Don't want to run over. Better at finessing this to do a little more detailed stuff. Ago, I had chickens in this pasture, and they thrived down here. Every day it was like an Easter egg hunt, trying to find eggs they'd lay out in the pasture. And you know, those of you that's watched know that we have the river just probably a couple of 100 yards, 150 meters down, and foxes live in some of the rocks, big rocks down there, and foxes love chickens, so they started getting in my chickens, and I had to combine all in the upper pasture. In this pasture, so I'm not overly concerned about that not coming down. Jason and Isaiah, his son, they're raising chickens in my barn. That's the family I sold my chicken business to. I let them come back and raise chickens. I don't charge them anything to do that. I think as a farmer you need to pass along knowledge, skills, and support young farmers. I mean, they're a lot younger than me, and hopefully they'll be at this a long time. Isaiah, he's something, man. He really loves doing this stuff, loves the chickens, and it really makes me happy to see the kids really getting into the farming like that. Farming is a dying breed, the farmers and farming. So anything I can do to help them out, I want to do it. Getting out and maintaining pastures. When I was still working for a living before retirement, in addition to the farm, I actually worked for Michelin Tire Corporation. My last 7 years was in quality, materials quality, and my last job was materials design guarantor. I worked with the formulators, material designers, and one of my core missions was making sure that we did things right so we wouldn't have a recall related to materials. We didn't want a recall for anything, but my job was material related. And that job meant that I would see nothing happening. In other words, if I did a good job in 3 to 5 years, when a tire line came and went, there would be no recalls material related. And I'm not wired like that. I mean, I was good at what I did, but honestly, I enjoy things where I can see the fruits of my labor. And I mean, if you look ahead of me, you see to my right, there's a few meters, 20, 30 feet that I've already cut. And I can see that. I can see instant results. And it's the same when I'm brush cutting. And clearing out the area between the fences. Hopefully I'll get that video up right away. But I love to see progress. And I always found doing this kind of work relaxing, because you can see what you're accomplishing in real time. Well, we're about to roll over where the goats are buried. Nikki, Nora, and Mabel. They were such sweet goats. speed things up and we'll get to the end of this segment. Okay, I'll stop this video. It's showing this a little over 35 minutes. I'll be trimming some of that down. It's I don't want to get it too long, just showing kind of the same stuff. But I'm going to do another video in the lower pasture. It'll be a separate standalone, and give a little more. There's a little more action on it, and I'll probably be cutting a little bit of brush down there as well. So I appreciate everyone hanging in there, watching this video with me, and please, if you have not subscribed, it costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe. I'm kind of stuck right now. It seems like 936 subscribers, somewhere around there. It's like there'll be a bunch and then there'll be nothing. And I've got to get my view hours up too. So if you would, you know, when you watch a video, if you got things going on, you know, leave it playing and come back and pick back up on it. But it really helps the channel, it helps the algorithm if there's more watch time and if more people subscribe. So I appreciate everyone out there. Thanks, love you guys, and take care.